Today we'd like to talk about proportions and about chromatic third relationships.
Combined in one lesson.
One lesson, both of those things. Proportions. Let's start by talking about proportions. There's a natural proportion that many composers through the years have understood, and that if you're smart, you will take advantage of yourself. Tell me, Daniel, what's a typical song form?
Typically verse 1, chorus, verse 2, chorus, maybe repeat the chorus, bridge, chorus, chorus.
Mm-hmm. Why do we need to repeat the chorus twice at the end? Why do we need to put the bridge there where we do?
Well, I mean, we have verse and then chorus. Verse, chorus, time to switch it up, throw something else in, throw in a bridge. We can't just end there. There needs to be that final resolution.
So quite often, like, that's where we modulate. It's where like the instrumental solo goes. Something unusual happens there at the bridge that's like really the center of what we wanted to say. It's just a natural proportion. Tell me, what's the next number? You think you're so smart. Follow this. 1, 2, 3, 5, 8.
13. 1. 34.
He's figured it out. This ratio of where we approach a certain percentage, and that percentage is just about 62%. Now, this musical example is playing in the background. Let's listen, because right here it gets to a key change. You hear it? Now, if we were to play the whole CD, which we're doing, and take a mark of that moment when that key change happened, we would say,
We'd see a little time bar up here.
Yeah, that was 66% of the way through that song is where the key change happened. Now, I doubt that the people who produced that particular song were thinking of that. But it's just instinctive. It's when things need to happen. You can look at all kinds of Broadway music where they're really trying to be dramatic, and say about 2/3 of the way through that song, that's where something unusual happens. So let's just be aware of it. And as we create our worship songs, and as we try different flow, and as we try to write a song that has a cry in it, let's put it there where we put the key change and all that kind of thing. Now, this whole thing they call the golden proportion, or
golden mean.
The golden mean. All right. It could be illustrated a whole lot of ways. Just know that Bach certainly knew about it. Every one of his pieces, you can just measure it out and find the golden mean. And when you do a rehearsal with your band, it would be a good thing for you to keep the golden mean in mind. If you're meeting for an hour, let's say, 60 minutes, then have the significant thing that you want to have happen. I would guess that would be donuts. Have it happen about 37 minutes into the hour. That's when you want to have something really special happen.
Just because it's a natural place that you feel like something needs to happen.
But you know what? If you did the bridge, like the key change or something like that, too late in the piece, it wouldn't feel right. It's like, oh, we need to repeat that chorus another time, and we don't know why we need to do that, but now you know why. It's because there's this very natural sense of proportion that we see all through nature. Okay. Well, enough of that. Quite often, when we make that change, one of the things that we do is the same thing that this musical example did, and that is we change by means of a chromatic third relation.
Chromatic third relations are a little less common at the golden mean. It's more typical just to find a regular key change of up a half or whole step. However, a chromatic third relation is a very easy way to get to a new key and give it that extra little bit of pizzazz that you're looking for in that piece.
Let's try a little example. I've done this before. Lord, lift me higher. Lord, lift me higher. All right, I went up a half step. Lord, lift me higher. Lord, lift me higher. All right, that was going up a whole step, but it still kind of felt the same way. Let's
what
try
about
this.
a third?
Lord, lift me higher. Lord, was a different feel.
Definitely.
What we did right then was we looked at the F chord here and said there's a C on top of that. That's the fifth of the F, but it would be the third of an A flat chord.
A common tone.
What do F and A flat have in common? I mean, they're
common tone.
3 flats away from each other, but they do have that common tone. The pitch C. So you just take advantage of it and just slide right into it. Okay. What about F to A natural?
F to A natural, I mean, you've got A. You've got that A in there.
So, Lord, lift me higher, and I'm on an A. Lord, lift me higher.
Very easy, very subtle, and yet strong way to change keys.
So it's pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool.
Chromatic third relation is all about the common tone.
Yeah. Now you can turn it around and go back down also. You can go from F down to D, minor third away. F major to D major, what do they have in common? Well, it's 1 flat versus 2 sharps. They're 3 accidentals away, but they have a common tone.
I don't remember which key we're changing to, so I can't help you out.
The pitch A goes from F to D.
Or if we're going to D flat, we have that F in common. That actually you'll find in Lord of the Rings with the bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, da, da, da. Anyhow, got this material.
So it's a fairly common thing for us to use this common tone modulation to make a chromatic third relationship. Now, what would a diatonic third relationship be? That would be if I was in F and I went to A minor or D minor. See, they are related keys to F. Diatonically, they're still part of the scale. But A flat or A major or D major or D flat, those are distantly related keys. They're not right next door, but they do have a common tone. So therefore, we call it chromatic third relationship and a common tone modulation.
There you have it. Chromatic golden meaning tones.
And all in one easy to digest lesson. Perhaps not as easy as I had thought to digest, but nonetheless, give it a try.